It's something no one wants to talk about, yet so many women face it as they get older. You might be doing everything right and still feel self-conscious about your personal scent. What if small hygiene habits you never thought twice about are silently causing this worry? Could it really be that simple things in your daily routine make such a big difference? When was the last time you questioned your own habits and routines? You may be surprised to learn that even habits from your younger years can backfire as you age. It's often not your fault, just small mistakes that add up. Stay until the end. What you'll learn might change your life. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters. Neglecting hidden sweat zones. Think back to the rituals of your younger days, when a splash of soap and water seemed more than enough. As time moves on, your body changes, and certain well-used routines might no longer provide the freshness you expect. Many women feel baffled by lingering odors, even after a thorough bath. What's often missed are those hidden sweat-prone areas, creases beneath the breasts, folds at the back of the knees, spots around the waistline, under the arms, and the delicate skin behind the ears. These tucked-away parts of the body create the perfect environment for moisture and bacteria, which produce persistent scents that simple washing doesn't always resolve. You might recall gently toweling off after a shower, but if these areas aren't specifically washed and dried, tiny droplets of sweat linger, making them a breeding ground for germs. Consider what happens on a warm afternoon walk, or while running errands in the sun. Invisible sweat accumulates, especially in places you don't feel immediately. It might seem trivial, but over time, this neglect can stretch out into lasting discomfort and embarrassment. Some women resort to heavier perfumes, hoping to outdo the problem, but masking the smell only offers a brief answer. What's needed is mindful attention, taking a moment in your routine to gently cleanse and thoroughly dry those folds and softer spots. A soft washcloth or gentle wipe, along with careful drying, works wonders. You may know friends who've quietly mentioned their own struggles, or perhaps you've noticed a difference and brushed it off as just another sign of getting older. But age itself doesn't have to bring along unwanted odors. It's simply about awareness and adapting to new needs. The solution is within your reach, requiring only a few more seconds of care each day. Think about it. Are there hidden places you might be missing in your daily cleanse? If you could make one small change for greater comfort and confidence, wouldn't you want to discover what it is? Forgetting to refresh everyday clothing. Picture this: you have a favorite sweater or blouse that you grab day after day because it's comfortable, reminds you of fond memories, or just makes you feel at home. You might hang it back in the closet after a gentle airing, believing it's still perfectly clean. After all, you didn't do anything strenuous, just a quiet afternoon reading or enjoying a cup of tea with a friend. But over the years, fabrics absorb more than we realize. Even low-key days mean skin cells, natural oils, and minute perspiration settle into clothes fiber by fiber. Sometimes, our sense of smell becomes so accustomed to our environment that we stop noticing these subtle, persistent scents. If you're like many women, you might delay washing a cardigan or pair of pants, hoping to keep the fabric looking new, or maybe because the laundry pile feels overwhelming. You're certainly not alone, so many cherish familiar garments the same way. A neighbor of mine, June, once confided how her favorite shawl began to turn noticeably musty despite careful storage. When she began rotating her outfits more often and airing them in sunlight, she noticed an immediate change. It wasn't about scrubbing or using special cleaners, just the habit of giving every piece a true fresh start, especially the ones closest to the skin. Fabrics collect personal scents, and without regular cleaning, these odors build up and make a lasting impression, sometimes more than we realize. The simplest steps, airing items out and sticking to a regular laundry routine, can restore that sense of crisp freshness and help you feel truly comfortable in your own clothes. After all, How many times have you slipped into a clean enough sweater, trusting it still fits the bill? Imagine the confidence of reaching for any piece, knowing it's as fresh as a spring breeze. Have you ever wondered if your cherished garments could be quietly collecting more than your memories? Overlooking dental hygiene and oral care. Imagine sitting across from someone during a family dinner or enjoying a conversation with a new acquaintance. You smile politely, but deep down, you feel unsure if your breath is as fresh as you hope. For countless women in their golden years, the importance of oral hygiene can become less obvious, especially if routines haven't changed for decades. It's common to brush twice a day and think that's enough. Yet as we age, our mouths change, medication, dry mouth, and shifts in diet all play a bigger role than we expect. Subtle neglect, missing nightly flossing or skipping dentist appointments, can allow bacteria to flourish, leading to persistent mouth odors that linger far longer than a simple mint can fix. I once spoke to a retired teacher named Alice who found herself avoiding lunch dates because she was embarrassed by this unfamiliar change. Only after she spoke with her dentist and adopted a more thorough regimen, including gentle tongue scraping and regular rinses, did her confidence return. Our teeth and gums need as much attention as any other part of our body, especially since dental issues can sneak up quietly. Dry mouth, a common side effect of medications, isn't just uncomfortable, it allows bacteria to thrive, creating a kind of odor no amount of peppermint tea can mask. Regular professional cleanings, using the right mouthwashes, and not forgetting to clean dentures or dental appliances are steps that can truly make a visible and social difference. So, the next time you reach for your toothbrush, take a moment to think about those extra steps that keep a bright smile and fresh breath. Who wouldn't want to be remembered for their warmth and kindness, not something as simple as a forgotten oral care step? Could refreshing your dental habits open the door to more carefree, joyful conversations? Neglecting foot care and footwear choices. Think about how many hours your feet spend tucked inside slippers or shoes every single day. Our feet carry us through all of life's moments, but they're often the last part of our bodies to get any real attention. Many women grow accustomed to slipping on the same pair of cozy house shoes for days, or even weeks, without considering that feet naturally sweat, even in cooler weather. Over time, moisture builds up unnoticed inside shoes, creating a prime environment for bacteria and fungus to thrive. I recall a dear friend, Margaret, who always wore her beloved, soft slippers around the house. She didn't realize that even the cleanest homes can't protect against the slow, steady scent that emerges when footwear is left unwashed. When Margaret started airing her shoes in the sunlight and washing her socks daily, she couldn't believe how quickly the lingering odor vanished. It wasn't just the shoes, the skin itself, with its soft folds and tiny spaces between toes, can be a hidden spot for excess moisture and bacteria to quietly multiply. Regular washing and careful drying go a long way in preserving not just the freshness, but the health of your feet as well. Foot powders or sprays may help, but nothing replaces the comfort and confidence of knowing your shoes and feet are genuinely clean. Fresh socks each day, a switch of shoes to let each pair breathe, and a gentle scrub during your bath can bring surprising results. Isn't it worth pausing to consider how your favorite shoes and daily habits might be affecting your personal freshness? When was the last time you treated your feet to the same care you give your hands or face? Forgetting to freshen up fabrics and bedding. Have you ever noticed that certain smells in your home seem to linger, even after you've tidied up? Often, these subtle scents come not from ourselves but from the fabrics that surround us every day: clothes, bed linens, towels, even the throws draped over the couch. As we grow older, it's easy to slip into a routine with laundry, especially if mobility or energy isn't what it once was. But if sheets and pillowcases aren't washed frequently, natural body oils and perspiration can seep into them, building up over time and creating a stubborn odor. I remember Edith, a spirited grandmother who always welcomed family with open arms and an inviting sofa. One summer, her daughter gently mentioned that the guest room blankets had developed a musty scent. A simple change in rhythm, regularly washing sheets and blankets in warm water, letting them dry completely in fresh air, made a world of difference, both to the smell and Edith's peace of mind. The same goes for towels. Sometimes we forget how quickly they absorb moisture and body odors, especially when left damp in a bathroom. Giving towels and bedding a little extra care not only keeps your home smelling lovely but also boosts your sense of comfort and well-being. Consider also that favorite cardigan or robe you reach for every day. Washing these more often than you think might be needed can surprise you with how noticeably fresher you feel. When was the last time you gave your surroundings a laundry refresh and noticed just how much lighter and brighter everything seemed? Could a simple wash cycle be the key to renewing your confidence and comfort at home? Ignoring oral health changes with age. Many women don't realize how dramatically oral health can shift as the years go by, and the impact this can have on the way we feel and interact with others. It's easy to maintain the same brushing routine for decades, believing that twice a day is good enough, but our mouths can become more sensitive with age, and factors like medications, dietary changes, or simply a decrease in saliva production may set the stage for persistent bad breath or other issues. Imagine, for example, Julia, who always prided herself on her sparkling smile but started to withdraw from social events when she noticed her breath wasn't as fresh as before. After a gentle nudge from a close friend, Julia paid a visit to her dentist, who introduced her to daily flossing, tongue cleaning, and mouth rinses specifically balanced for mature mouths. With just a few simple changes, not only did Julia regain her zest for chatting and laughing with friends, but her sense of self-assurance also grew. Sometimes it's not neglect but rather a lack of awareness about these subtle changes that can lead to discomfort and embarrassment. Professional cleanings become even more important as we age, and even dentures or dental appliances require special attention to prevent odors. Have you noticed any shifts in your own oral routine, or perhaps avoided dental visits because everything seemed fine? What confidence and friendship might you reclaim if you gave your smile a second look and a bit more care? Overlooking forgotten corners of the closet. Sometimes, the very wardrobe that brings us comfort and nostalgia can also be a source of unwanted odors. Many older women find themselves reaching for beloved outfits that have become staples over the years, those soft sweaters, vintage coats, or special occasion dresses that have earned a permanent place in the closet. But rarely used clothing, or pieces that haven't seen fresh air or the inside of a washing machine in months, can silently absorb lingering scents from the environment, perfumes, or even body oils from infrequent wear. I recall Eleanor, who loved hosting her bridge group each month and always dressed with care. One afternoon, a friend quietly mentioned a faint old closet scent that seemed to follow, even though Eleanor was freshly showered. Upon opening her closet, Eleanor noticed how many garments hadn't been aired out or laundered in ages. She took the afternoon to gently wash or freshen up these clothes, hang the sturdiest items outside on a sunny day, and place a few sachets throughout her closet. To her delight, not only did the musty smell disappear, but she found herself rekindling old memories as she handled each piece. Staying attentive to what's lurking in closets, whether it's hardly worn jackets, scarves, or even shoes, can be an uplifting routine, breathing new life into both clothing and confidence. When was the last time you sorted through your wardrobe and let those cherished items feel the sun again? Could refreshing your closet help you step into the world with a renewed sense of self? Forgetting the impact of furniture and linens on household odor. Even the cleanest homes can collect subtle scents over time, especially when it comes to forgotten upholstery, curtains, or decorative pillows that soak up daily life. Many seniors have a favorite armchair or cozy spot on the couch, a place where countless afternoons are spent reading, chatting, or simply relaxing. These beloved pieces, as well as curtains that haven't moved for years, quietly gather a mix of body oils, food aromas, pet smells, and dust. It's not uncommon for a welcoming living room to develop a lingering scent that seems to return no matter how often the floors are swept or the windows are opened. Take the story of Helen, who cherished her Sunday mornings with tea near the sunny window. When her granddaughter mentioned a stale smell in the living room, Helen realized it was time to give her furnishings a little attention. She vacuumed her favorite chair, laundered slipcovers and throw pillows, and aired out the drapes under the gentle sun. The difference was immediate. Not only did the air smell fresher, but Helen noticed she felt prouder of her home and more eager to have guests over. Overlooking how fabrics and soft surfaces trap odors can quietly impact the overall feeling of a house and the way others perceive it. When did you last refresh your nest's soft corners? If you took just one afternoon to focus on those hidden fabrics, how much brighter and more welcoming might your home feel? As we reach the end of our journey together, remember that so much of self-care is about kindness, to ourselves, to our bodies, and to those around us. We've uncovered how small, simple changes in everyday habits can have a profound impact on how we feel and present ourselves as we age. It's natural for life to get busy or routines to become comfortable, but every woman deserves to feel confident and cherished, no matter her age. These gentle adjustments, paying attention to often missed areas, refreshing long-loved spaces and garments, and seeking help or advice when needed, can restore that deep sense of well-being and pride that comes from taking care of ourselves. Aging is not just about visible changes, it's about wisdom, joy, and nurturing every part of who we are. Please remember, you are never alone in this journey. There is so much strength, grace, and beauty in embracing each new chapter. If this message touched you, comment the word wisdom below, and let's keep inspiring one another. Don't forget to subscribe for more heartfelt conversations and tips. Together, we can celebrate and support every step along the way.